Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my tutorial. In this video, we'll be looking at how to minify your JavaScript, your CSS and the HTML files on your Wordpress website. First of all, why do you need to minify your JavaScript and your HTML files? Well, minifying actually means to reduce something in size, and with the term minifying JS, CSS and HTML files, we are trying to reduce the number of HTTP requests your sites actually request for each time people are actually trying to load a page on your website. So in this tutorial, we're looking at why you need to minify them, why you need to speed up your website load time, because it's if you don't minify your JavaScript files, it can actually slow down your website load time, which can actually affect your website negatively, increasing the bounce rate. So we'll be looking at how to check how many HTTP requests your website has. So you need to know that you can amplify this on your own website as well. So firstly, this is my website, which I've created an article on how to minify JavaScript and CSS file. So I'll just walk you through with what I've written here. So if you go down here, as you can see, we talked about the meaning of minifying. So minifying in a simple term means to reduce something smaller in size. So the term minifying JS, CSS and HTML files actually means merging files together, which are actually called source codes, in order for them to become smaller. So once they become smaller, the HTTP requests demanded by a website or web page will be reduced. And once this is reduced, it actually reduces the seconds or the load time your website used to actually open a page completely. So why do you need to do this? First, it can negatively affect your website load time, which can result in increase of bounce rate. And once your bounce rate is very high, what this tells Google is many people don't care about whatever you're posting out, and you can lose, drop in ranks and so many things like that. So we need to just make this a very fast tutorial. In order for you to check how many HTTP your site has before you can implement whatever I'll be teaching you in this tutorial, in this same article I put in some link where you can check how many HTTP your site has. As you can see, GT metrics and small SEO tools or SEO site checkup. But in this video, we'll be looking at just two of them. So in the small SEO tools, all you just have to do is to put in your website URL here and you click on the checkup. So if I'm to put my website URL here, copy this. Yes, so you need to make sure your site URL is correct, and you just need to hit the checkup button. So what this does, it actually gives you the SEO results for your website, everything you need to know about your website. So it is actually reading the results. You just need to wait for some time. Yeah, it is almost done. It's actually analyzing the website. So let's be going through them one by one. So yeah, once you come down to first of all, yeah, you can see site loading speed. Your website loading time is around 2.0 seconds, and this is under the average loading speed, which is about 5 seconds, and it was check marked. So as you can see, I actually passed in this site testing speed. So when we look at the unification of my website, so your page has fewer than 20 HTTP requests. Actually, total this thing is 20 here, which is very odd and weird. It's usually around 18. But as you can see, it showed here that it showed here, yes, that I'm capturing the headers of all CSS resources, and my JavaScript files are minified and my CSS resources are minified. So once we look at it here, it has been reduced. My CSS files has been reduced to 6, the HTML pages 1, the JavaScript is 8, total images request 5, and flash file 0. So the total SEO score for my website was 96, with what we've seen here, telling me that my JavaScript are minified and that. So once your JavaScript is minified, it actually reduce your website load time, because sometimes if you're experiencing downtime on your website speed, it can be due to so many reasons. It can be too much plugins, so many reasons. But the number one main reason is the modification of your JavaScript, CSS and HTML files, which I've shown you here. As you can see, it has been reduced. On a normal day, it should be around about 1 point something seconds as my website load time. But 2 seconds is okay, at least it's under the 5-second mark. So if you go back to my tutorial, yes, if you now want to rectify it, once you find out that maybe your website speed is too high and your HTTP request is very high and you need to rectify this, what you need to do, if you are a WordPress user, you need to install what you need to install is a plugin, which I'll be showing you in this video. Sorry, what you need to be installing is a plugin. So my my dashboard actually load. So the plugin I'll be recommending installing is Optimize, as shown in my article here. Yeah, you can see it here. Download and install the Optimize plugin. So that's what I'll be showing you how to do here. So if you're on the WordPress website, all you have to do is to hover over to the plugin section, add new. Once you click on the add new button, you'll be able to search for the Optimize plugin. So yes, it's loading. Yeah. So all you have to do is to type in the Optimize name here. Sorry, Optimize. So it loads and brings out related searches based on the keyword which I've keyed in there. So yeah, as you can see, it is active, and what this does is it speeds up your website, optimizing JavaScript, CSS, images, and all the likes. And it has about 1 million active installations and about almost 1,200 people actually reviewed this with a 4.5 star rating. And it's actually compatible with my version of WordPress. You need to check this if it's compatible with the version of WordPress. And as you can see, it is last updated a week ago. So now what we need to do, once you installed it, it's very easy to install. Just click on the install button and activate. Once you've activated it, you need to go to the settings. So I'll be going to the install plugins here. So once you're on the settings, is the settings where in settings you need to configure which files you need to get minified. So Optimize settings. You move to the settings. Yes. So once you're in the settings, actually you might not find all this checked. Yes, but you need to follow what I'm actually doing here. You need to check this box, optimize JavaScript code. You need to also check this, aggregate JS files. You can leave all this below. Your CSS, you need to check this. Once you check this, you'll be able to check this remaining too. So aggregate, check this, and check this. So once you've also checked that, then you now come down here and check the optimized HTML code. So you can MISC option. I think this by default, all this should be checked. And if it is not, you need to also check this. So once you are done, just save changes. You don't need to save changes and empty cache. It will automatically empty your cache when it is needed. So you don't need to actually do this. You can just click save changes and that's all. So once you've saved the changes, it might not actually have effect immediately. Maybe when you run the SEO test again, you might not actually have effect. Maybe after some hours or maybe after about a day, you can go back and run your test using those sites I've shown here, GT metrics or this site checkup. So you just need to run your test over again, and you need to check if it is minified. So let's see this other GT metrics. This is actually trusted by millions of users. So in order for us, once you've done that, as you can see, I actually uploaded this on my article. So you check this as shown on all images here, then you hit save and run your site source code verification test utilizing one of the instruments above. So that is the instrument above, which I was talking about here, was the links which I put in here. So you can rerun your test, your SEO score test. So if you're looking for the more advanced method, there's this article here, but actually I think many people should actually go for the simple method, because if you're a web developer, well, this might work out for you, where you'll be needing to actually go into your website source code and minifying them manually. So you need to read this article. So once you read this article, you should be able to understand this better. I'm not actually a web developer, so I know nothing about this. So if I check my website, this SEO score, let's see. So as you can see, GT Measure has analyzed over about 500,000 URLs in the past 24 hours. So you should know this is actually legit and working pretty well. So let's just analyze the site. Okay, yes. So you need to also check this if you want to see if your website load time is actually doing well. As you can see, the LCP measures how long it takes for the largest content element. This can be your images, your heading text on your page to become visible to your visitors. So you need to aim for about 1.2 seconds or less. Mine is about 0.7 seconds, which is actually fine. The TBT tells you how much time is blocked by scripts. Those are the HTTP requests we're talking about on your page loading process. For a good user experience, aim for about 150 or less. Mine is 35, which is perfect. So the CLS indicates how much layout shift is in the experience by your visitors or users as your page loads. So you need to aim for about 0.1 or less. So 0. So so as you can see, my HTTP request is actually minified according to what we're seeing here. So I hope this should help you out, because it actually was a short tutorial, like I said. This should be able to help you out in minifying your JS, CSS and HTML files on your website. So if this helps you out, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to maybe reply. And if you feel you don't really get this video very well, I have the written context, which I'll be leaving the link in the description below, where you can actually come and read the article also. So thank you and peace out.